All right, good morning, my YGO family and You Got Option family. Let me hit the quick disclaimer because got to hear up. I'm a little late, so got to hit this up so I can make it to work. You know how I do, trying to trade while working. But here's my disclaimer before we get into it. This is not financial advice. This is for education and preparation only. I'm not telling anybody what to buy, what to sell, or what to trade, or what trade to take. I'm simply walking you through the levels on my chart, what I'm watching, and what I would need to see before making any decisions. Over here, we do not trade reckless. We study the levels, wait for agreements, and trade with discipline. No fear, no flex, no foolishness. All right, let's get to it. So today we're looking at Apple, and it's sitting, as you can see, it's sitting at some highs. Actually, it's already broke if you're looking at the pre-market. But the other high we're looking at, because it's already broke previous day high. But one of the main highs that we're looking at is at the all-time high. It's approaching all-time high, so we got to be a little cautious today. Um, because the charts has been showing that been strong. You've seen that the moves have been clean, buyers have been present. So, and I don't want new traders to see that all they see is green candles. They see momentum, and then they jump in like a choir already modulating. But before we move, we need to ask one question: is the room still in agreement? Because a strong chart does not mean chase. You know, we see it going up, it doesn't mean chase. A strong chart means pay attention. So we definitely got to pay attention with it being at all time highs. So you can see I've already marked up the charts for you. I will do a clear breakdowns. I'll try to do on the weekend so I can break down like my whole process. But these videos are just giving you something to have, you know, to work with people who already have um, strategies. And if you don't have one, this is something that, like I said, it can give you some guidance on what I'm seeing, and then you can do your due diligence and see how it lines up. And before I get off here, I'll show you how yesterday trade did. Again, I'm just learning just like you. So if you see anything, as always, hit me up in the comments. Tell me something else. I'm always open to hearing. So let me get back to it. I'm sorry, I got a little out of the way. So I'm looking at Apple. We're on a 15-minute chart. Um, the biggest picture is clear. Apple is still trending up from the lower structure. We can see how it came down. Like I said, it's been moving up since it hit down here from the around the 274. It's just been steadily climbing. So we definitely see that. But the short-term moves average have been guided has been guiding the move. Prices stayed above them. So pretty much every pullback has been a bounce. So that's my boy Dave. Check him out too. Let me see him pull up. Yeah, he has some great videos too. Dave Clinton 76. He goes over Apple as well, so check his channel out as well. Um, but that tells me buyers have stayed in. But now Apple is sitting at around three. Well, actually, like I said, it's pulling back even now. It's 315, but it's above 314.20, which is important because it's previous day high. So if it pulls back and hold, then we know we can go up for a little bit. But again, it's very cautious to me. I'm very hesitant, so this might be more one of those quick plays or checking resistance here, which where I have my take profit warning as well as at the all-time highs. Um, and so here's my key levels. As you can see, my key levels is 314.20, and that's where I see that square decision. So if it pull back and hold at 314.20, or even at the 6 hour high, which is 313.69, I'm looking to hold there. And like I said, let me make sure for people who are new, my white line here is my EMAs. It's the 8 minute EMA. Um, the 8 EMA, not 8 minute, 8 EMA, which means it takes account of the last 8 candles, time to get, and you can see that it's still been respecting the 8, and the purple line for me is the 21 EMA, and where there's a lot of institution. So again, sorry, 314.20 is my previous day high, so I'm looking for it to come back and retest and continue up. And if it does, we'll look at 317.40. Um, then if it does break, we can look at 321.45. And I get that because um, Apple usually run anywhere from $8. And I have this nice indicator here. It's the Saturday ATR. You can find that here. Uh, just type this, and it's by Saturday Man Jan. You click that, it's gonna have a lot of stuff on there, but just clear out everything except the chart. And you can see it calculates this 874 is what Apple normally moves. Like yesterday it ran 720, so I was more concerned in what if it does move $7 again. So that's where I get this level from as well. Um, because of course there's nothing here. We're in no man's land once it passed the all-time high. So I'm just using ATR for to get that one. So that's what I'm looking for above above the all-time highs. If it does push, if buyers just step in and say, "Look, I'm taking control." um, And so the other one is below, and what it has to do, I don't just jump in because it stops and come down. No, I wait for confirmation. I wait for it to break below 6 hour, and then not only break but come back and retest. So if it breaks under the 312, which is if it breaks below my 21 and close with a close count, not with a wick, it has to close below the 21 or definitely below the 6 hour and retest. Like I said yesterday, this is what I look for. I look for a break, retest, and go. All right. So that's kind of what I look for. I'm sorry. Um, I want to get this off of here. There we go. And then if it does that, my key levels, my first take profit is 309.06. Um, see, there's a lot of touches there. That's where I got that one. Then if it breaks there, I'm using the previous day low for it to come back and retest the previous day low. Could even come down a little bit further to 305.96. And if we go back, you see there's a lot of um, touches there as well. A lot of action there. Strong support is what I was looking for. Looking for the word I look for. So I've had strength, but strength near resistance. Like I said, strength near resistance. Still need confirmation. This is where beginners get caught. Like I said, they see a stock move up for a day, and they assume the next candle has to keep going. But the market doesn't owe us anything. I learned that from Chris saying our market doesn't owe us anything. So you got to let the market tell you what it's going to do. Um, that's why we don't chase straight into the previous day high area. If price is sitting right under 314.20, as you can see, it's pulling back. And like I said, I don't see it coming. I do see it coming down here. Um, and like I said, we're not. And if it wicks from here, that's a good thing, a good indication that the buyers have stepped in. But like I said, I need confirmation. Um, so we just waiting. So I gave you my bullish scenario, and right now I am bullish, but only to the ATR to the all time high. And then if it going, and then from there, I'll take profit there. And if it wants to go up, it has to prove it to me. Basically, it needs to close above this all time high and give me a confirmation candle like a green candle with volume. And so it's definitely something that I'll be paying attention to. And it might be just a pull, and then after that it might hit because you like it's only been up there, it's done touched one, got kind of one up here, one, two. You see how it came down. That's why I say we have to watch and go because it could be coming here to retest it, pull back down before going back up. But like I said, we don't guess. And so I gave you the bias. I gave for my which is bullish, And then for bearish, because we prepare for both sides, we're looking down. I see 309. If it breaks and holds at the three below 611.94, 312, I'm looking at 309.06 or 307, which is previous day low. Um, so just giving you what I do. So my personal process. Let me go through this real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all out of here, just in case you hadn't heard this before. I'm waiting for the open range. So basically, I wait for the market to open. I wait for the first candle to close at 9:45. So I sit and watch and see what the market is doing. Um, once I see it, once it forms, I have another. If you want to, if I just mark the top and bottom, basically what I did here is at the end. But say if this was the beginning of the at 9:45, I'd have marked the bottom and the top. So and that's what I'll be waiting for a price to break, come back and test and go, or break here and go back. But if you want to use a indicator, you can go to the ORB. Oh, not ORB. ORB, and this is the one I use by ZZZ Crypto 123. I use that one big, and then um, what I do here, I turn this on, and it, as you can see, these lines, it draws it for you. After foot 15, here's the settings. Set your time at 15. Set your session at 9:30 to 9:45, and then you sit back and wait, and it will draw your lines out, and it'll hold for the day. So as you can see, when it breaks, it comes back, and then that's the pullback, and see how it respected the 8. So sometimes it might not make it all the way back to the RB, but that's why I use these EMAs. So if it's respecting here, then that's where I get in as well. So that's just some quick um, things that I use. So I wait for, and like I said, I don't get in there on the break. I get on the retest and confirmation with volume. So all those have to be in place. My job is to trade the move that fits my rules, so you stick to your rules and you be good. As far as risk, I've always preached about you gotta know what to risk are. So when I get in, like say if I got in and it breaks here, my stop loss goes right below where I got in. So I protect my investment, and I know where I'm getting out. I know where I'm getting out for my take profit. I know what I'm risking. If you don't know what you're risking, if you're not okay with what you're risking, you're not ready to trade. But if you know you got your stop loss, you ready, hey, go for it. So I know this one went a little long, but I just wanted to help you out. Um, and real quick, I just want to show you that on yesterday, if you was follow me on yesterday, uh, I'll say that this is what I did yesterday, and as you see, um, we hit that on yesterday. We hit that first take profit and went above, so we pretty much ran it pretty much did to the T of what we was looking for, uh, and then it finished it off in pre-market today. So yeah, we're learning. We all gonna be here together. Like I said, my goal is just to help as many people as possible. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that y'all you keep learning, you keep doing your due diligence and learning. And like I said, we're not predicting. I'm waiting for agreement. So we're gonna be waiting for agreement. This is you got options where strategy meets stewardship. Study the levels, wait for confirmation, respect your risk. No fear, no flex, no foolishness. Let's go get it today. God bless.